If you do not like and subscribe to this video right now, a wicket of warted witches will not hex you and your home. But do you really want to risk it? Alright, we are here with Nuke's top 5 reaction video. This one's actually a top 10. Scary ghost videos to ruin sleepy time. Let's see what you got, Nuke.
Top 10 ghosts caught on
Probably
camera,
have to cut this video in half.
lurking
a little
in
shorter.
the woods.
Lurking
Justin
in the
Finder's
woods.
TikTok account is dedicated to cars, bikes, do-it-yourself projects, and his family. Absolutely nothing paranormal.
I love that already. Anytime you get like paranormal content from someone who does not cover paranormal, I always find it very
Or
interesting.
supernatural. However, 3 months ago, Justin bought himself a 2002 Nissan Xterra and filmed himself as he installed brand new reverse lights.
Today I'm putting some rear LED lights on my Nissan Xterra. These are the flush mount LEDs I bought off of eBay. They're pretty cheap. The lights are installed. I'm gonna take them back out and paint the bumper.
So one of Justin's viewers asks how well the reverse lights work at night. And Justin drives out into the dark woods near a lake in North Carolina to show just how bright
Sure,
the
that's gonna
lights
go
are.
well.
His TikTok viewers are shocked when the reverse lights illuminate something downright chilling.
Cryptid.
The lights are
Ghost.
definitely functional, but unfortunately I live in a city and there are street lights everywhere. But I can find a place to go test them. Okay, I found some really dark woods. I just put some tinfoil over the reverse lights. So I'm gonna show you what the stock reverse lights look like, and then I'm gonna uncover them and show you what the added reverse lights look like. These are the stock reverse lights.
Literally can't see anything.
And these are the ones I just installed.
Oh wow. Okay, so something
Look how
just
friggin'
moved
bright
behind the
that
tree
is.
there
This is amazing.
in the
Yeah,
back.
so these
What was
are
with
not
that
just for looks.
girl's voice though?
Did you see
Weird.
it? As Justin turns on the lights, an arm wrapped around a tree can be seen sliding its way slowly out of sight. After many comments from freaked out viewers, Justin finally sees the arm and decides to go back to investigate during the day.
Okay, I'm leaving work. 2 blocks that way is where the arm was.
It's always super creepy.
Okay, this road goes
Like-
down to the lake, which is right there.
Why
The
an
public
arm?
boat landing. This is where my truck was backed in. Well, it's actually a path, and that is the tree with the stick leaned up against it. As you can see, people illegally dump stuff out here all the time. Mostly trash, but a lot of animal carcasses too. And this is the tree. And here we are behind the tree. It's where my Xterra was backed in. I'm about 5'10". I'm not a very superstitious person, so you're not going to get much out of me. I just think, if anything, somebody back here.
Now, even after all of that,
So first of all, the arm that was back there, it was like a pale white. Now it could have been from the illumination. You get some light reflection on there. It looks lighter than it actually is, maybe, but it looked creepy. Now why is there just an arm around? Like, is there a drunk person back there who's just like hugging a tree to keep themselves up? They see some lights and they're like, whoa, what's going on? And they back up. I don't know.
Justin still believes the arm simply could have belonged to someone that happened to be out in the dark woods. But what do you think? Could it be a creature, a ghost, or perhaps even creepier? Is it just someone hiding in the dark woods?
Yeah,
Let me
that's
know
the
down
creepy
in the
thing,
comments.
right? Like if it's
Cries
just someone
from
out there,
beyond.
like
This
why?
next video was sent in by Nuke's top 5 viewer
What's their
Peter Canova.
purpose?
Peter explains in his email that his friend was remodeling a house in Des Moines, Iowa that had been abandoned for over 10 years. Peter's friend shared a chilling video that was recorded by a tile installer named Javier.
Verga, no, sí se escucha más. Estoy aquí en la casa de remodelación. Te acabo de rellenar, hicimos ese shower y esto. Y desde hace rato vengo escuchando un llanto como de niño. Oigan. Pero el pedo es de
Sounds
que
like
aquí en la casa
crying
esta
child. That could have been from
no hay,
anywhere. That could have been
están
from
todos los
outside the
cuartos
house.
vacíos. Y me da miedo ir al basement, pero
Yeah, that could easily
deja checar.
sound. That could easily be like a kid
Porque
outside.
ya afuera
But
no hay nada.
okay, much clearer and louder in the basement.
Hola.
Interesting. Oh, this is bringing back memories.
La verga. No hay nada.
I got like some chills there, but that was bringing back memories for me.
Güey, no mames.
If you watch my interview video,
No mames.
you'll see why.
The loud cries of a child can be heard coming from the basement. Javier checks every room but finds no one. Suddenly, there's an unexplained loud bang from somewhere, and Javier makes a run for it.
The only thing that kind of strikes me as odd, he goes into that one basement room where it's clearly the loudest. It looked to me like there was a lot of cupboards in there. Kid in the cupboard crying. Why is there a kid in the cupboard crying in an empty home being renovated? Don't know. But possibly right outside that window too. Outside there could have been someone.
Javier refuses to ever return to the house again.
Güey, no mames.
Do you guys see this app right here? It's called Audible. There's actually a better way to make money on Amazon.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Oh dear. Terrence Leano from Windsor, Ontario, Canada often goes out into the woods to record himself overtone singing for TikTok and YouTube. One day he decides to stream live, and as he starts to sing, he seems to capture the attention of a passing deer.
That's cool.
Pretty sure he was looking for where the sound was coming from, but I stopped and started talking and I was confused. Alright.
There's 2 deer.
And there's the deer, but did you see it? Terrence seems to have caught the attention of something else lurking in the woods. Several strange, slim figures seem to be hiding in the trees behind the deer. Terrence's TikTok viewers believe the mysterious creatures could be cryptids, Sasquatch, or even skinwalkers. But what do you think Terrence's singing could have summoned from the deep Canadian wood?
See, at first I thought it was just another deer poking its head out, but I can see why there's some confusion. Now, the first thing I'm looking at here with the video paused, you can see kind of like the white highlights of the deer's legs here, and you see similar white highlights here. Now, those could be the twigs or trees in front of whatever this is. I'm wondering, yeah, I don't know. It's because of the quality of the image, it's hard to tell. But it does look strange, doesn't it? Almost looks like a biped humanoid walking on 2 feet. and then this would be the head. But you also see like the white spots of the ear, and you're getting some weird white tones here. You see the whiteness of the tail here. So those are kind of the key features of another deer. Deer usually are going to move in groups. So it wouldn't be shocking to have more than one here, which is why that was my first thought. The second thing that kind of strikes me is, why is the deer not concerned about these? Maybe they're tree spirits, they're friendly, whatever. But usually animals are going to be more sensitive to that type of thing than humans are, so you would think it would know they were there.
A doorway. This next
Interesting.
bizarre clip comes from a
That's
small
from-
YouTube
that's
channel that is
where I'm
not even
from, Canada.
necessarily dedicated to ghost hunting or
Maybe
the
I'll find some of
supernatural.
those on an
Partners
investigation.
Rain and Jenno post random videos to their personal channel, Sinister RP. These videos range from art and music to their own personal passion, which is exploring haunted places. Now, Rain and Jenno do not claim that they are, quote, professional ghost hunters. In fact, they are a bit
Urban
skeptical
explorers.
themselves, and they even invite their viewers to debunk any paranormal evidence that they find.
When we go out, we don't always find the craziest stuff. I mean, let us know. Let us know what you think. You know what I mean? By all means, if we can debunk this, I would love to be able to. And if we can't, I mean, I'd love that even more.
But there is one video in particular that even the couple and their YouTube viewers cannot explain. First, the
Alright.
couple captures some odd
Let's see what
sounds
we
in
can
this
figure out
abandoned
then.
farmhouse.
This time, we ended up capturing something else. Something really weird.
What the hell was that?
What? If you heard a squeak, I was.
No, I heard a bang.
I heard
Hello?
a slap.
Not much else happens, but then, by accident, the couple captures this.
Well, on the right hand side there, it was like a shadow
Did you
figure.
see it? Some
Right in the
dark
window.
humanoid shape seems to appear near the door, and then quickly moves away and disappears into nothing. Rain and Jenno try to debunk the figure, and even invite their audience to do the same.
Now, of course,
That's a
the first
really
thing that-
strange one, because it kind of like comes in, is just kind of iridescent. That's not the right word. You can kind of see through it, and then it kind of fades out. It moves, sweeps in and moves out. You would think that's generally a shadow of someone. You could wonder, is there a third person with them? But from just this brief clip that I've seen, I wouldn't suggest that they are faking this for views. They don't seem like that type of person, just first glance. The way it looks, however, to me, it looks edited in. It doesn't kind of sit right with me. The way it shows up and leaves, it's not like it's in the image, it's like it's superimposed on the image.
That's running through my head is, that might be one of her shadows.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
and that's what's still been going through my head. But
But neither
I
of them
don't
were
know,
moving,
everybody else
so it
sounds
wasn't
the
their
same.
shadow.
That's not your shadow. That has its own movement to it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch, I move and it stays still, and then it moves and disappears.
But there is just no rational explanation. So, what do you think? Check out this full video over on the YouTube channel, Sinister RP. Urban Explorer.
It's almost like it faded in. If you've done any video editing at all, there's like a fade in, fade out, very common, and it looks like it fades in, but then it looks like it slides out, which is another type of video editing tool you can do. Now, they don't have human shape when you're doing those video editing, so it's strange there. But it looked very similar, which makes me wonder if there's some sort of programming to create one of your own that makes it look like a humanoid figure. But I don't know, it's very interesting footage.
Exploration gone wrong. Urban explorer Andy Persons heads out to Albany, New York to see the old Tobin's First Prize Center, which is a meatpacking facility that was built in 1924.
I would love to go to a place like this.
Completely abandoned. Together with his two friends, he makes his way through the massive old crumbling factory, and he discovers something truly unnerving.
The problem that we have in Canada here is that there aren't a ton of sites like this. We're a very young country, so there isn't much in the ways of abandoned buildings. Everything that is not being used has just been repurposed for something else. So you don't get these giant abandoned locations, which I would love to explore.
Because they might not be the only ones there.
This is the fun part.
Yeah, that's sketchy. If you're ever doing any kind of urban exploration, ghost hunting, always be careful.
We were coming down these staircases,
going into
and
like
I shined my flashlight
crumbling
to the
locations.
left, and out of the corner of my eye, all I could see was someone in a black trench coat quickly rush over through the door and hide in the corner.
Sounds like a homeless person living there. Yeah, just on the right. From their position of where they were standing, it almost looked like they knew someone was coming down those stairs and they were looking out to see who it was, and as they rounded the corner they turned and ran.
Flashlight down the elevator shaft that was right next to me, and all of a sudden we all started hearing a bunch of voices and just people that were inside of the walls. We just decided to get out there pretty quickly and,
Group of homeless people.
A man who
taking
seems
up
to be
residence.
wearing a dark trench coat quickly disappears out of sight. Then the group hears voices coming from the walls all around them.
The other thing about that shadow was it had very defined features. There was nothing translucent. I think that's the word I was looking for before. Or is that the same word I used? I don't know. Very solid, sharp edges, easy to see. It wasn't like it was fading in, fading out.
Spooked by the creepy
Makes me
event, they
think it's
decide to
just
just
a
get
person.
out of there. Now, whether what they call,
Which, in my mind, is creepier than a ghost. You don't want to go into abandoned location, haunted location, and find out that someone's living there. You know, even if they don't own that space, they're assuming that's their space. So you don't know their state of mind when you're in a location like that. You're encroaching on their territory. Very scary stuff.
caught as paranormal, I'm not sure. But as I've said before, sometimes real people are much more frightening.
Exactly.
Anyway, you can watch the entire exploration of this creepy abandoned factory over on the YouTube channel, Andy Persons. Through the Looking Glass.
We're going to end this first video here. Thank you for watching. I will post the second half of this video, so make sure to go check it out. Thanks for watching.